enjoy all the events at the weekend. Now, one of Europe's most famous aircraft has been in the skies over East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire today. The Dakota DC-3 was the first successful commercial aircraft and served as a troop carrier in the Second World War. Today it's been flying from Humberside Airport with VIPs on board. Philip Norton was there.
It's an aircraft that's widely regarded to have revolutionised air transport in the 1930s and 40s. Today, this historic DC-3 Dakota, which took part in D-Day, was flying from Humberside.
This year is our 95th anniversary, and we want to celebrate the fact that we have a great partnership with the region here. It was operated in D-Day, and after the war was acquired by our prince, at that time, Prince Bernhard, who used it as his private aircraft, and later it became the official government aircraft used by the royal family and the government of the Holland, until in the 60s, let's say, when it was decommissioned. Jet aircraft, they make noise, and this one makes music.
These aircraft are dropping supplies just behind the front line.
The Douglas DC-3 played a vital role in the war, but its range and speed was crucial for the airline industry to take off. This aircraft joined the war effort in January 1944 and served as a troop carrier until the end of the war. And being on board, it's a very different layout now. You really get a feeling of what it must have been like back then. While invited guests enjoyed a throwback to the golden age of travel. Up at the front, it's a far cry from Captain Van Horn's day job as a globe-trotting Boeing 777 pilot.
There's about 50 or 60 years of technology in between, so it's a big difference, but it's a privilege to be flying both. There's nothing automatic in the aircraft, it's all manual flying, no hydraulics for steering the aircraft, it's just cables between us and the rudder and the other flight controls. So it's a very, very basic manual aircraft.
We're delighted. I mean, having KLM's DC-3 here is an absolutely fantastic event for us, and we're delighted that KLM have chosen us and just a couple of other airports in the UK to bring the aircraft in.
Back on board, there were plenty of smiles.
I've seen Concorde at Humberside Airport, but this is totally different again.
On the pictures where it shows you the old crew and everything, it really takes you back, so yeah, it's great.
I find this was part of D-Day, I can't quite get my head around that, and then we're flying over the Humber. Shame about the weather, but yeah, fantastic. It's a real way to fly.
A piece of history from the pioneering age of aviation, celebrating the area's close link with the continent. Philip Norton, BBC Look North at Humberside Airport.
Piece of history there earlier today, the DC-3 at Humberside. Philip Norton on board, and some great pictures there as well by our cameraman Andrew White. Now, thanks to everyone who got in touch about our story about renewed calls for improved rail services. We were talking about it last night on the programme between Lincoln